humble beginnings. That's all I can do for the moment until I get some more water. Then I can put a proper filter on it, temporary still. But I'm just starting out with a bubbler. Got so much debris in the water. It's a rough start for sure. Only thing I'm trying to grow is this algae at the moment. If that won't even grow, then I got a problem. But anyway, heater, air for circulation, and putting the lights on for 4 hours. So let's see how it goes. Look at this after, what's 4 days now, I think. The water went from cloudy to reasonably clear. Very interesting. And the algae's not dead, so that's a good sign too. It's just got that one little power head pushing water around. See, push sand around too. But bacteria must be starting to take effect, clearing up the water. So nice. Live sand probably worked pretty well. Well, put a bunch of this sand, this old, nasty, crusty sand. It doesn't look nasty, but put it in and it did that, which is not totally unexpected. So, again, we'll see how this works out. Going for a deep sand bed. That's about 6 inches, I think. This little 10 gallon is going to be the refugium / filtration area. This is going to be the display / it's not really a display. It's just going to be a frag / farm grow out beginning. I don't want to call it a farm because that seems a bit much for a 15 gallon tank. But it's a start. And we'll see how well things grow. Beginning's rough, super rough. Oh boy. Got 4 bulb T5 in there. That's just temporary. My good bulbs are on the actual tank that's up and running right now. But this is it. I'm hopeful, but slightly dubious. Alright. Let's look at this. See? It's settled. Look at all that. It's just ancient detritus. Look at that layer. Thick. It's got to be good, right? It's just all over everything, which is fine. That looks like a pretty deep sand bed. Maybe we'll do some more. About half water, half sand right now. Funny, the water is clear again. I mean, it's not crystal clear, obviously, but it's decently clear. Glass is clouded with detritus. Let's see if we can get a top down over here. Sort of, not really. This is all terrible. Horrible angles. Alright, well, you can see there's stuff all over. It almost looks like bacterial mucus has captured a lot of the dirty, dusty stuff, for lack of a better term. Well, it's detritus, what everyone says. Just junk. But having circulation seems to help a lot. Gonna have to work on the scape here. You can see it's high on one side, low on the other, but doing okay. It's funny. I didn't do anything. Just make sure I keep circulation. And the detritus all either sank to the bottom or got caught in like bacterial mucus, like you kind of see on this piece of algae. This one too. And on the pump. See how it got all furry? I think that's all bacteria. On the back wall there. On the heater. Right there. Pretty evident. Very strange. Debris on the top. Debris right here. It's all very strange. Well, we'll keep you updated. We'll see what happens. See how it goes. Now that the lights aren't on, we can see how yellow the water is. It doesn't look that yellow on video, but it's quite yellowed. But if you can see, it looks like most everything's settled out pretty well, and the water's quite clear. So that combined with all this bacterial mucus, I think the bacteria is taking hold and starting to break down and process this gunk, this detritus, this junk at the bottom. So that's good. I don't think this algae's grown at all, but if you can see, it's not gone transparent, so that means it's still doing okay. It's still a dark green color, so that's good. See, I've just got this small power head still kicking away. Actually disassembled this to get the pump off of it so I could have some circulation in here while I set this up. This side, this is still the same. Haven't done anything with it yet, but soon it's coming. I've got my bulkhead all ready. I'm going to drill that side right there, lift this up, and the water's going to be pumped in and then overflow into the main tank, which is going to be this one. Today I made a filter sock here, and I'm going to test out something with it. I'll show you that later. Now you can see what it looks like with the light on. Looks sort of clear. I think the bacteria must be doing its job. This is all just waste. But interestingly enough, there's small patches of sand that are clearing up. I don't know if it's disappearing or what, but I guess we'll just have to watch and see if there's more that disappears, if it's breaking down or what. I don't know, but it's pretty obviously bacteria. But it's amazing what it's done for the water, considering how it was a few days ago. And I'm glad my little algae's not dead. Again, we will continue to watch it unfold. So this is after doing the spot filtration today. You can see the sand bed doesn't have a whole lot of that brown detritus built up anymore. You see a little bit there. You see some there, the dead zone I talked about. But over here, I mean, look at that sand bed, pretty clear. It seems pretty clear all around. for the most part. Obviously you can see right here we've got plenty little brown grains in between the sand, and that can all be stirred up and then filtered out later as well. Now when looking at the algae, I noticed right here, look, there's a little sprout right there. And that's the start of another, I think, rhizome. And man, that means my algae is growing at least a little bit. This one, I see a little bit of some tattering right there on the edge. You see right there, and then there's a little hole kind of right there. Some brownness a little bit, but it's, I mean, it's better than expected. So here's an overall view, and we'll see how quickly the cloudiness in the water clears up, because that's our smallest particulate that's floating around. Overall, pretty good effect. Didn't have a whole lot of detritus that settled back down into the sand bed. So after it was tossed up, it seems like a lot of it was pulled out into the filter sock like it was supposed to. So that really worked a lot better than I thought. We'll have to give it another go. And we'll have to use it with the other sand that I dump in and get all that cleaned up too. Promising our first promising step.